Okay, hey, the story is told already. Are we videotaping?
Yes.
Okay. I have been told do not talk to the camera anymore, so I'm not talking to the camera anymore. This month of October, we are talking about the prophet Elijah. He was a prophet. His story is nothing short of amazing. His ministry took part during the time when God's people, about 3,000 years ago, everything was really, really weird. And Elijah was very much alone. He was alone most of the time. But God's presence with Elijah, you can't deny it. God was there for him all the time. So through the stories, we'll see how amazing for this month God takes care of us. God knows what's best for us. He speaks to us, and he does so many amazing things. Now, I've been asked several times already, what's with a prop? Well, it's a jar full of nails. My next door neighbor, Sean Martin, he says, Mike, can I borrow about 100 nails? So I just emptied some nails off into a jar, and I'll give them this afternoon. Can anybody guess how many nails are in the jar? I don't know, a couple hundred maybe? 250, 150, I don't know. There are exactly, I have no idea how many nails are in the jar. But wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if you could sit there and you could say, Mr. Warner, there are 172 nails in the jar, I know that. Well, first off, I'd have to care how many nails are in the jar. I don't really care, so I'm not going to count them all. But did you know, you're talking about counting stuff, did you know that God knows exactly how many hairs are on your head? It says so twice in the Bible. The second one is the book of Luke. Indeed, the very hairs in your head are all numbered. Wait a minute. Ow. That is number 325. It doesn't really matter how many hairs you've got, how many hairs you don't have, but God knows even the smallest detail about you. I've got one less hair now, Becky. God cares about you that much. Hey, can you guys, you can take your mask down because we're sitting here. Can you guys name some things, people, things, or pets that you've taken care of? Now, some kids are in a household, let's say, where grandma or grandpa is laid up, and you have to take care of them. But, pets, do you guys ever take care of anything?
I do. I take care of all my pets. Everybody's garbage and laundry.
Well, then you're taking care of your family. Your mom? You take care of your mom?
Lawn.
Oh, lawn. Wow. You can come over and take care of my lawn.
That's awesome.
Is it always easy to take care of them? I know your sister has got two guinea pigs, and it's not always easy to care for the guinea pigs because they poop a whole lot.
I was going to say they just need love, but that's another way to put it.
Yes, indeed. Today's Bible story, God took care of Elijah, and he took care of him in a very, very unusual way. Hey, you guys ever been on a long road trip?
Yes.
A long road trip,
Twice.
and your stomach starts growling, and you're really hungry, and you yell from the back seat, hey, I'm really, really hungry. And your parents say, it'll be a while yet. You say, I'm really, really, really hungry. And they say, you're not going to die. And you say, I'm going to die. And you're told, you've got to wait before you get food. And that's what happened with Elijah. Remember, there was a drought. Nothing could grow. You're right. There was no food because there was a drought. God provided Elijah a brook of water. The brook's a small stream. The brook could be about that wide, I think. It's not a river. It's smaller. Then he took care of Elijah by sending ravens to provide him with food. Second half of the story was the widow. The widow did not have enough oil or flour, and her and her son were about ready to die because they didn't have enough food. Elijah says, that's okay. Make me a loaf of bread from the oil and water that you've got and feed me. And she said, okay, we'll just die. It's actually there in the Bible. And so she made the loaf of bread for him. When she went back to the oil, the jar of oil was refilled, and the flour was refilled. And this happened over and over and over. God took care of Elijah. He took care of the widow every single day. And then, hold on a second, and then her son died, and she came to Elijah and said, I'm sorry, but my son died, and I just feel so sad. Elijah intervened with God, and God raised her son from the dead. So, you get a bunch of miracles here. Ravens bring him food. the oil and the flour being replenished, and the boy being raised from the dead, all because God cared about Elijah and the circumstances he was in. And we got a question. Yeah.
Is a widow when a woman's husband dies?
Yes. As a matter of fact, my wife, my first wife, passed away, and I was a widower. So a widow is a lady whose husband's passed away. A widower is a man whose wife has passed away.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom's
And, okay, question you don't have to answer, except in your own mind. Is there something right now that you need God to take care of? You need God to take care of you, and you need Him to take care of something. Okay, maybe you're like me. You're trapped in the house for 7 months because of COVID? Well, yeah. You can't see some of your friends and play with them? Well, yeah. School is kind of weird right now? Well, duh. If there's stuff going on in your life right now, anything going on in your life right now, or in my life too, it's important to remember God cares for you. If you pray to Him, maybe He will send you answers. Sometimes it's just in your head, and sometimes He'll actually fix things. What does Mr. Warner believe? Mr. Warner believes that in prayer and wearing my mask, I think that COVID will be over in, I don't know, maybe by spring or summer next year, I think. I really pray for that.
Like when they started the African flu, everybody had to be quarantined.
Yeah, keep in mind, this has happened a lot during history, and every time during history, it's ended. So there's an end to this. I believe there's an end to it, and we'll see. Ask me in a year from now, okay?
Okay,
Videographer, that's it. Thank you very much.
we'll do.
Small group team, they're all yours.